My hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attack like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hide for it, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a piece, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the London Bulldogs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. That'll be taken in the end zone, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready? Mike 5-4. Set. Recon. 132 fighter. Defense.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon.
I got you, boy.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
61. Matchbox light. Ready?
Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Melvin Gordon. 76 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would. Would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 8, read.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Get it.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off play action. Larson going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Operating from the gun, Larson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know,
there goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in for the touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Tight end's right.
Go on.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun, Larson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, his car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Down. 15.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Get that ball. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2, Larson flush to his right. He can run for it, and he went. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Ready, set. Mark 27, Mark 27. Hey, watch the lane.
Throwing on 1st down. Larson is going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Larson, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check 3, check 3.
Operating from the gun, Larson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. It's going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Gordon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
$21-0 our score after 1. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
So after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. There goes Melvin Gordon. And touchdown. Melvin Gordon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Steelers take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Larson. He'll have a first down past the 40. He finds his man Johnson. On 1st and 10, Larson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. On 1st down, Larson. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. A nice gain of 21 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And 10 yards to go.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Larson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Larson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and as a result, possession switches hands. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little different in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. First down, and it's Hill again. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw on 3rd down. Larson. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. No gain on the play.
Here we go.
4th down.
7 Indy.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On second down now, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Hill. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Hill, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15 line.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Larson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Now the defense goes. Use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
60 Pittsburgh.
I got it. Check. Crunch.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
61, match box, hit it.
going on the ground with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, Eckler. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here is Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 9. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Here we go, set. It's 60 yards. Watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give.